Should you buy the Samsung Galaxy A20s? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my Samsung Galaxy A20s review. Now I know that many of you on this channel have been really interested in the Samsung Galaxy A20, and I know that you're also interested in learning more about the A20s. Now, the A20s is not an improvement from the A20 in every single way. There are some things about this phone that make it better than the A20, but not everything. So definitely make sure to check out my A20s versus A20 video that I already have out on my channel. That video is doing really well. Looks like it's already up to like 6,000 views. So apparently there's a lot of interest in that. But I'm not going to keep comparing this phone to the A20 throughout the video. This video is going to be all about the A20s. So if you do want to check out that comparison, check it out. But let's get started with the review. Now, I bought this phone, the Samsung Galaxy A20s, on Amazon factory unlocked, and currently it's being offered for around $179. It seems like they do kind of change the price from day to day. So certainly make sure to check out the link in the video description to see the most up-to-date pricing for the Samsung Galaxy A20s. But this version of the phone is the international factory unlocked version, and as far as I'm aware, that's the only version out there. Now, it's going to work really well with GSM carriers in the US, such as AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, Cricket, and other smaller GSM carriers like Mint Mobile. Now, I'm using this phone with Cricket Wireless. I have my Cricket SIM in it right now, and things have been working out really well. In a little bit, I will be doing a speed test to show you the kind of speeds that I'm getting with Cricket on this device, but everything's working as I would expect it to, and I'm really happy with it overall. Now, the Samsung Galaxy A20s features a 6.5-inch display. It's an IPS LCD display. We're getting a display resolution of 720p with a PPI of 264 and a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio. So this phone does have a really good looking display. However, it is LCD, so unlike the Galaxy A20, which is AMOLED, this certainly doesn't look nearly as good. You're not going to get quite as good viewing angles either. But I would say that if you've never used a phone with an AMOLED display, and then you use this phone, you're certainly not going to think that it has a bad looking display. Overall, I'm really happy with how it looks. It looks nice and clear, and I think the colors are awesome, and everything is super crisp about it. And that PPI of 264 is actually a pretty good PPI. So despite it being just 720p, you still are getting a very good picture here. So up top here, we do have a teardrop notch, and then at the bottom, there is a little bit of a thicker bezel. But overall, the device features a similar form factor to the A20, and it's a pretty similar form factor to a lot of phones that have come out this year from a bunch of different brands. But up here, in that teardrop notch, is an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. Now later on in the video, I'm going to be showing you photo and video samples from the device, but overall I have been very impressed with the quality, that's for sure. Now the phone features 32 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card expansion, so 32 gigs is not bad for internal storage, especially for a phone that's under $200. Of course, I'd always be happy to see 64 gigs, but I can certainly live with 32 gigs, and of course, if you ever do need to expand that storage, you can put a micro SD card into the device. Now the phone does not support wireless charging, unfortunately, but it does have a fingerprint sensor on the back. Another thing I want to mention here too is that the device has this really cool design here in the back. It is a reflective design, but it has like this cool wavy look to it. Now the phone is available in red, blue, and black. This of course is the red color, but I think it looks really sharp overall. But we do have that fingerprint sensor on the back. The phone also has face unlock if you wish to go that route, but I'll show you how the fingerprint sensor works right now. So the display is off, and it was a really quick unlock there, as you're able to see. So the fingerprint sensor works great. It's nice and responsive and accurate. Now also on the back side of the phone is the triple camera setup. So the phone has a 13 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 5 megapixel depth sensing camera. So unlike the Galaxy A20, the A20s does have a dedicated camera for the ultra wide angle camera, and it is enhanced from 5 megapixels to 8. So let me show you one of the benefits of having a wide angle camera right now. And if you've never used a device with a wide angle camera, then just know that it certainly is not a gimmick. It is a feature that I use all the time, and it's great especially if you're traveling, as you're able to take pictures of buildings and different things with no issues at all. But this is with the standard camera, right? Now I'm going to switch over to the wide angle, and you can see how much more content is able to fit into the frame. So like I said, certainly not a gimmick. You can take photos of way more different things from a lot closer of a distance with the wide angle camera. And overall, it's a feature that I'm really happy to see with this phone, especially considering that it is a budget device, but it is, a feature that I would like to see every phone have eventually. But typically, at least over the last couple of years, ultra wide angle cameras have pretty much been exclusive to flagship devices like the iPhone 11 and iPhone XS and iPhone 8, but also the Galaxy S10 has a wide angle camera, but you can see here now with this more entry level phone, we are gaining that feature. So really awesome there. Now the device does have portrait mode with both the rear and front cameras. I'm sure you already were aware of that by me explaining it, how it works. The device features 3 GB of RAM and has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 processor. So not quite the best processor ever out there from Qualcomm especially. Now fortunately I am able to navigate around the device and use it very easily with no issues at all. However, I did run an Antutu benchmark test and it got decent scores, but you'll see here in a second that it's not the best scores ever. So I got an overall score of 87016 with a CPU score of 37321. Now the A20 is well over 100,000, so it is a bit of a performance downgrade compared to the A20, unfortunately. So just be prepared for that. But I've noticed from my usage that it seems like the software is very well optimized to work well with the hardware, and I am glad that this phone does have 3 GB of RAM. Video recording with the Galaxy A20s maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The device features a 4,000 milliamp hour internal battery, so a very beefy internal battery, and the phone does ship with Android 9 Pie. Now, I have not heard anything yet about the phone getting updated to Android 10. However, Samsung has promised to upgrade the regular Galaxy A20 to Android 10 by May of 2020. So I'm guessing that probably eventually we will see an update with the Galaxy A20s to Android 10. I certainly hope so. It's always nice to see software support. But the software here is of course Samsung's skin, so if you're used to the whole Samsung experience, then nothing's really going to be new here. There is no Bixby with the phone, so keep that in mind. So if that is a feature that you're looking for, you're not going to find it with the Samsung Galaxy A20s. So this is the box that the phone does come in. It says A20s right there, as you can see. And then on the back, we have some text in Spanish. This is, of course, the international version of the phone, but that's not really a big deal. There's also English translations here as well. But when you do set up the device, make sure to select English as your language and you'll be good to go. But let's check out everything that is included in the box here. So we have a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. We have a Samsung branded adaptive fast charging wall adapter. We also have this little box within a box. We just have some literature in that box, so a quick start guide in both English and Spanish. We have a SIM card removal tool in there. And then we also, if I can get it out of here, we have some 3.5mm headphones. So some pretty basic headphones here, but still awesome to see that it is included in the box. So overall, I'm really impressed with the hardware of the Samsung Galaxy A20s. So on the front panel here, of course, we do have that 720p 6.5-inch display. It is LCD at a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio. Now that aspect ratio is going to give the device a little bit of a slimmer but taller form factor here, which is great for content consumption. So if you're really into scrolling your Instagram feed, for example, it's going to fit a lot more content in there compared to the more traditional 16 by 9 display size. Now taking a look at the left side of the device, we have the slot for the SIM card and SD card. We also have the volume button here. Then on the right side, we just have the power button. On the top, we have the noise canceling microphone. And then on the bottom, we have the speaker. We have the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. We have the microphone, and we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Then taking a look at the back side of the phone, we of course have that really cool pattern here. That's kind of a wavy look. We have the camera module, flash, fingerprint sensor, and Samsung logo. So the design of this device, despite it being mostly plastic, is still a really nice design. It does feel really solid, and overall feels like a really high quality phone. So I've been very impressed with the photo and video quality from the Samsung Galaxy A20s. The main camera picks up some really nice colors. Everything looks really crisp and clear with great autofocus. It's also great for close-up images, whether that's in photo or video mode. And then the wide-angle camera is another great surprise with this device. Certainly it's a nice enhancement with that wide-angle camera compared to the regular Galaxy A20. And it really does work extremely well, especially in well-lit situations. And it really does take photos that are worth keeping. Now the portrait mode is great too. It's good for selfies. It's good on the back camera as well. And I really don't have anything bad to say about the cameras from this device. It's certainly one of the biggest surprises, and I wasn't expecting camera quality to be this good. So if you are looking for a device that is a budget phone but does pack in really nice cameras for both photo and video, then the Samsung Galaxy A20s is a great option for you. Let's now check out some video samples from the device. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a test video from the Samsung Galaxy A20s. This is with the standard lens. After this, I'm going to do a test video with the wide-angle lens. And you can see I have a duck chasing me for a second there. I don't really know what. I guess they're a little more dangerous than they appear. But let me know what you think of the quality. It just rained a little while ago, and now it's sunny. I'm going to do a close-up on the tree to see how autofocus is in video mode. And we do indeed have autofocus in video mode, and it's pretty quick. So really awesome. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a front-facing test video from the Samsung Galaxy A20s. Let me know what you think of the quality from the device. It's a pretty nice day out today. It just rained about 5 minutes ago, so I kind of waited until the weather cleared up a little bit. It was kind of strange because there aren't really that many clouds in the sky, but it somehow managed to rain. So, pretty interesting. And here is a test video using the wide-angle lens. So, let me know what you think about that. I'm interested to see if the quality goes down when using the wide-angle camera in video mode, because it's not the main camera on the device. But you can definitely fit a lot more content into the frame, no doubt about that, with wide angle. That's for sure. Another compromise usually with wide angle is that autofocus and close-up photos and videos don't work as well. But yeah, it looks like there's not really a whole lot of autofocus or any focus, if any. Also, let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Now, one downside to the Samsung Galaxy A20s is that it does not support 5 GHz Wi-Fi, only 2.4 GHz, so a bit disappointing. But let's now try out Cricket Wireless here in the speed test app to see the speeds with the device using that carrier. So we're going to connect here, find the server, and get started. Here we go, AT&T Wireless. So Cricket is owned by AT&T. So we're going to get started here and see what kind of speeds we get. Now Cricket doesn't have the fastest speeds as a carrier, and they advertise that. And it looks like we're getting about the same speeds that you would typically get with a Cricket device. So kind of in the 7 megabit per second range, closer to 8 now. So yeah, it looks like the final score for the download is going to be 8.4 megabits per second. Now doing the upload here. So it certainly does work very well with Cricket. I had a great time making phone calls, sending text messages, and doing all of that with great reliability. So really nothing bad to say about the connectivity with GSM carriers in the US with the Samsung Galaxy A20s. If you're really into Instagram, this phone is going to be great for that. Scrolling is super smooth here on the device. You can see also with the massive display on the phone itself, it's great for viewing content. You can see that photos and videos are extremely clear here. Everything just looks really awesome. So I'm a big fan of using Instagram on this device. You can easily record videos and then post them to your story. So that's great. And then you can actually go to your story and view the content on there as well. So very impressive here with the Galaxy A20s. Certainly a very good phone for social media. Speed test here with the speed test app, and I got these speeds, which are really good. Another big surprise with the Galaxy A20s is how good the speakers are. I'm pretty amazed at how loud I can get audio to emit from this device, and that makes it great for video viewing. In addition to that, of course, the picture is really clear here, and if you want to, you can crop in for an even more immersive experience. So the phone is great for video viewing, whether it's on YouTube or Netflix or anywhere else on the internet. So really happy with that. So is the Samsung Galaxy A20s a good phone to buy? Well, I hope you've enjoyed my review so far of the phone, and I certainly do recommend it. Now, you'll definitely want to check out my Galaxy A20s versus Galaxy A20 video to figure out which phone is a better fit for you. But essentially with this device, you're getting better photo and video quality. That's the main advantage of going with it compared to the Galaxy A20. But beyond that, most other things with the Galaxy A20 are better than this phone. So it really depends on what is most important to you. I know that for me, I do spend a lot of time taking photos and videos. As someone who spends a lot of time on social media, it's really useful to have a phone with a good camera. So I'm really curious to know what you think about the phone. Certainly let me know in the comment section below. But this is Kevin here. This is the Samsung Galaxy A20s. If you're interested in seeing the most latest and up-to-date pricing about the phone, then take a look at the link in the video description as they'll take you over to Amazon. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.